Hey, what's up, guys? Today is one of the coolest new, most recent apps that I've really fallen in love with. I'm having a fun time doing with it, and it's the Stash mobile app. Stash, I'm gonna go ahead and open up the app. I've gone ahead and downloaded it. Uses my facial recognition to log in. Stash is obviously the new way to sort of invest. And what I like most about it is that it lets you invest fractionally in stocks. Back in the day, if you wanted to buy a share of Apple, that was running at, well, right now we're looking at Apple's somewhere along the lines of $222.11. If we wanted an old share of that, we had to buy one full share of it at $222.11. Not only did we have to do that, we had to pay a brokerage fee, some sort of service fee, whether it be $9.99 from the old TD Ameritrade. E-Trade does $4.95. But with today's day and age, the two apps that I'm gonna compare another video to with you guys here later is Stash and Robinhood. Robinhood obviously is a much more versatile, more into the investing game of it. What I like about Robinhood is it's much more open to the stock market. You can buy more things. Here in Stash, they are slowly coming along with new and improved a lot more stocks to invest in. But what I'm going to give you guys a quick understanding is actually using the app. Of course, today I've got $208.59 into it. I've actually put in the $205. I got a $5 friend bonus for signing somebody else up. So that's what's really cool. And that's what one thing I want to ask you guys, if you guys want to make a free $5, give me a free $5. Obviously you guys can go online and find some codes or do something, but why not help other people out? As always, I'll show you guys here later my invitation code, and you guys get on. You guys will get a free $5. I'll get a free $5, and I think that'll go a long way for both of us. I mean, why not, right? So anyway, so I've got $208 invested in this. You can see they got a little coach score going on. I don't really mind too much going on with that, but I actually just started this 2 days ago. I downloaded the app. I finally put some money into it. And so, maybe along the way, I'll go ahead and give you guys an update, a month in or a couple months in, and maybe even a year later, we'll actually see what's going on and see how much it's kind of working. So I'll go through it real quick and show you guys what's going on. So, of course, they've got challenges here. Like I said, I don't mind myself too much with that. That's, they're going to force you to kind of go in other, diversification, which isn't a bad thing. It's just something I'm not really into. But it is cool. It kind of makes like a game. Unfortunately, you are messing with your real money, so be careful. They do have a Stash credit card coming up soon. Again, I'm not really into that one. You can share your link, get gifts, invest more. We'll go ahead and show you guys that gift code. So I'll go ahead and say get gift. I'm gonna hit message just to show you guys. So here's the Stash link code. I'll go ahead and enter it down so you can see the HTTPS. If you guys want to type that in, and I'll put it in the comments down below. That way you guys could copy it, paste it in there, not have to do much. And we'll go ahead and do that. Of course, the Stash, like when I do that, it won't let me actually hit cancel or get out of that. So I do have to come back into the app, close it out, and come back into it. So yeah, that was the code. I'll put that in the link down below later on, so that you guys can get $5 and share the wealth over to myself as well. They do have some life insurance stuff that can go along, and of course they've got a retirement account. The one thing that before I go any farther, I do want to say that your first month is free on Stash. After that, it's $1 per month, as long as you are under $5,000. The moment you hit over $5,000, they do come at you for 0.0025, which would end up being 0.25% of your investment account. So, if you kind of do the math, let's say you hit $10,000, at that point, you're starting to just get it basically, or at that point, anything over 5,000, if I recall, kind of comes to about $2 a month, which again is not bad. Of course, the higher you get, I think if you get up to 25,000, it went up to $5-6 a month. So obviously, the higher you get, the more they're going to get. But if you want to keep funds low and have it be just $1 a month, stay under $5,000. Unfortunately, this is SEC regulated and all that based off your Social Security number. Of course, they're going to send you tax forms and everything at the end of the year. So obviously, this is one account per person. So kind of watch out for that stuff. But I'll keep going on this. So you can use an auto stash. So I've got $85 coming out every week into a couple of things that I've got. You could set up to where you have cash. Of course, you can see the couple of things that I've put some money into. The greatest thing about this is it's ETFs. So I mean, you've got exchange traded funds out there that are actually managed by brokerage accounts, and most of these are Vanguards or I'll run through a couple more later on. But of course, each account of us can get $500 by sharing your link with other people, and they do have a separate area that you can do like a retirement account. That one runs like $2 a month, so you can start doing IRAs. If I recall, I have not set up that side, so I don't know much about it. But you can watch videos how to do it, what to do. That's really awesome. Quick little links to add to your portfolio, a couple of these, and of course learn more articles, teach you kind of some of the articles of what's going on in today's day. And then, of course, you can see your balance history and all that kind of stuff. So let's go ahead and kind of wrap this video up as fast as I can. So I'm going to go ahead and click over into the portfolio. You can see how much I've got. You can see what I've lost, my total return, my buying power. I don't have any money in it right now. I don't want my cash sitting over there for them just to play with. So as soon as I put cash in, I buy into something. So you can see a couple of things that I bought, which is really awesome. So, I put $20 into Coke. Coca-Cola company, $20. You could never do that back in the day. I think that is absolutely, it's really fun. It really is. The only thing that I noticed, I play on this app a lot, but I don't want it to become something like a game, like where they're doing the points. I don't want to do that when it's, involving my real money. So, but I just think that's so awesome. You can come in here to delicious dividends. So we'll actually scroll down here and you can see the number of shares I've got. I invested $25. And I literally only have 0.48685%, of a share. So I think that's just awesome. You can schedule up an auto stash. You can click the overview. You can see all the companies invested in it. Of course, this is actually the Schwab U.S. Dividend Equity ETF. You can see the ticker symbol, the list, the list price, and the dividend yield. Watch out for those expense ratios. Of course, you need to talk to your financial advisor on that stuff. But that's a super low ETF, and of course Schwab and Vanguard. Those are usually ones that are pretty cheap. You can come over to the performance, see the 1 day change, the year to date list price. Of course, and you can see over the last 10 years, 5 years, 3 in a last year. Of course, you can change this chart to see what it's been doing, and super cool. Buy and sell right there. You can bookmark it up here in the top right. We'll go ahead and go back, and we'll go ahead and hit invest. So they have a I believe tab. You can go through each one of these. What I like about this is they made it super easy. Instead of calling something oil and gas or something, it's called raw earth. It's just like, hey, invest in this. You click it, you can see all the oil and gas companies that are involved in it. It's the SPDR S&P Global Natural Resources ETF. So again, it's just kind of a simplified name that they use that actually is for a real stock ticker symbol for an ETF. They have another I want tab, which is a little bit different. Has a lot more things on there. I like. Again, different things on this as well. Then you come over to companies. This is where you can start to invest in each individual company. You just click it, bookmark it, however you want. What I like is it actually tells you a little bit about this company, and what I think is awesome is, let's say you go into Campbell Soup, you don't realize how much of an umbrella Campbell Soup really is. They have V8, Prego, Snyder's, all kinds of stuff. I think that's really cool. It lets you kind of understand what these companies actually own and are a part of. So that's really awesome. Diego, who would have thought that, you got Bailey's and Guinness and Bullet, all these companies that own so much, but look how many companies there are. I forgot how many there are. I'd say there's, I'd hate to give you a number. I've noticed over the last couple of days it's actually grown, so I think that's super cool. And of course, you got your bookmarks tab that you can go through and start doing. And of course, hit this little blue, the orange plus button, and it'll actually tell you how much you want to start. You actually bring over cash wise. They've got a learn tab, of course, a lot of articles, no different than anything else. You can catch up on some news, how it works. And of course, the account. What I like over here is, of course, you can share your gift account. My auto stash, we kind of showed you this one earlier. Every week I can tell it, the frequency every week, 2 weeks, a month, or I can tell it any day of the week, a month, which is really cool. And of course, super easy to add some funds to that each week or each month, however you want. A couple other things, of course, they've got tax documents. You can start to see that. They've got some FAQs about Stash. You can start reading up on some of that. As soon as you get money from Stash, you can either transfer it to Stash right here, or you can even transfer it right back to your bank. So again, I think that's super cool. Come over the activity. You can actually see what time and how much I bought these ETFs or stocks for. So again, super awesome. I've really fallen in love with it. I think it's so cool that just the fact that you can actually go out and buy a fractional part of a stock. That was not you could not do that back in the day. And how many times did you want to either deal with your stockbroker or even E-Trade? Outside of that, obviously Robinhood's the exception, but outside of that, who wanted to buy $4.95 trade when you buy it, and then $4.95 when you sell it? I mean, think of what that does to your return, and God forbid, you only had $20-$30 into it. You couldn't do that. Let's say you had a cheaper stock. I mean, your return is going to have to be huge. And so I think that's just so cool. That's absolutely cool. But anyway, we'll go ahead and close this. I want to do one thing with you guys, is that I pulled up two things. Of course, I got to NerdWallet. It actually started to do, not necessarily a review, but I wanted to see what it did for you guys. So, of course, you can see here, you've got the $5 minimum, and then the percentages that Stash actually takes, the dollar per month until you hit 5,000. And, you can scroll through. You can go to NerdWallet, do your research, what you guys want. You can see the average expense ratio is 0.34. Of course, obviously, none of those would, we wouldn't have any exchange ratios on stocks, obviously, but you can see all the stuff that they do on here, and of course, you can just keep going and read up on it for yourself on what you guys want. The one other thing I wanted to bring up to you guys is it safe? This is actually on Stash's website, of course. I'll go ahead and read that. Your current investments are covered up to a maximum of 500,000 total. So they are covered to some degree. And use the Stash app to do your research on it and see if it actually helps. But of course, some of it'll actually tell you, about the FDIC stuff, and go ahead and do that. Like I said, I think it's pretty safe. I try to do some of my research on. Of course, they've got to deal with the SEC rules and all that kind of stuff. So just thought I'd show you those. If you wanted to Google, is it safe? Do your own little research, and then come over here to a review, and you can see how much stuff people have written up on this stuff. What it costs, anything else, a couple other options that might be out there. But anyway, super awesome. Like I said, I'm not going to keep badgering in how awesome I think it really is, just because of, how easy it is to just buy a fraction of a stock. I think that with today's day and age and the technology, this might help infuse, think about it. I put $208 that I never would have put into the stock market, because I wouldn't have wanted I don't even have one share of Apple yet, but yet I could own a fraction of it if I wanted to. It's just as little as $5, $10, $20. So, again, just absolutely a phenomenal app, and I hope you guys give it a shot. And as always, feel free to comment, like, subscribe to our videos, push us along, send get people involved in this if you want, get people away from spending all this money on these brokerage fees. And as always, give yourself some free money if people sign up. And if you guys feel comfortable, feel free to steal my link, put it in there, and we'll each get $5. So, hey, I think that'd be super awesome. And obviously, I got to give credit where credit's due. Of course, I got stole on this app by my father. So shout out to you, Dad. Thanks for getting me onto this. And I think it's super awesome. And hopefully we can all start making some money on this stuff. So as always, feel free to watch us in other videos, and I can't wait to see you guys in the next one. Have a good one. See you guys.